Hello, everyone. Dr. Suneel, Dhand, medical doctor. 5 ways to avoid ending up in a nursing home. Now, I know this is a topic which is close to many people's hearts. I know many of you who watch this channel, that would be the worst case scenario, ending up in a nursing home. Everybody knows what happens in nursing homes. People kind of just waste away. And there are never any guarantees in life. People can often be doing everything right, and bad things can happen, often at the extremes of age or when unexpected events happen. But I want to go over in this video 5 ways to hopefully reduce the chances significantly that you or even a loved one, if you want to share this knowledge, share this video, will end up in a nursing home. And I talk about a lot of issues like this in my regular free newsletter. For those of you who are not already signed up for my free newsletter, why not? Link is down below in the description. Okay, let's go. So number 1, I would really like to emphasize to you that you should avoid a phenomenon known as sinking in bed syndrome in the hospital. I made videos on this before. I'll include a link down below. So what is this? And I have seen this turn somebody who is fully functional, very independent, say in their late 70s, 80s, or 90s, doing very well at home, to being in a nursing facility within a couple of months. So the scenario goes like this. Somebody will be admitted to hospital with an acute illness. It could be something like a pneumonia, another infection, could be an asthma attack. And unfortunately, because the truth is that anybody when they're a certain age, it takes a little bit longer to recover from an illness. But the illness requires hospitalization. And unfortunately, on day 2, day 3, as somebody is getting better, there is very little emphasis on getting that patient up out of bed to the chair, what I call sinking in bed syndrome. And I feel so strongly about this because even just 24 to 48 hours of being set back can lead to a situation where somebody gets deconditioned, which means that somebody kind of just gets weaker, their muscles start to deteriorate, their muscular strength. And it can happen really quickly. It can happen very quickly to somebody who's 25 years old, let alone somebody who's 75. And we're not good at this in healthcare for a number of reasons. Chronic underinvestment from the medical establishment, not investing in physical therapists, mobility aids, and just not seeing it as a priority because we all know the medical establishment is so obsessed with their pills and injections and they forget other low-hanging fruit. So the bottom line is, if you're ever in the hospital or a loved one and with an acute medical condition, as soon as you're starting to get better, that could be day 2, get moving, get out of bed to chair 3 times a day. I write that on the computer actually as an order for all my patients, must get out of bed to chair 3 times a day, encourage ambulation within the room. Do not let them sink in bed because it literally will mean somebody is still weak, goes to rehabilitation, then they'll get another complication. And before they know it, this independent person is in a nursing home. Don't let that happen to you or a loved one. So that's the first thing. Number 2, this is for when you're at home. Work very diligently on balance and posture exercises. Now, there are a lot of these that can be done. You can walk with some gentle weights while standing upright. You can do exercises on one leg. And you can also do other organized activities like Tai Chi. There's lots of videos available online as well on how you maintain your balance and posture. This is especially important above the age of 70, 75. Do not start to stoop. Do not start to get a bad gait. Delay that process for as long as possible. This will keep you strong, keep you ambulating properly, and reduce the chances of you becoming frail, weak, and falling. Okay, so that's number 2. Focus on balance and gait exercises beyond a certain age. Number 3, strength training. How many times do I need to say this? And I will tell you the truth. This is probably the number 1 thing that I see people above the age of 70 not doing that they could be doing. And I want to ask you if this is you, and I do this with complete empathy and compassion. What is your excuse? You're not working right now. You've retired. Why can't you spend 20 minutes 3 times a week on this? Okay, if you've got a medical condition or you're very debilitated, maybe you have an excuse, but that's a minority of people. I have seen people, even in wheelchairs, commit to dumbbell exercises, and ideally, I'd like you to do them every day. But this reminds me of that famous saying that there is no magic list somewhere that will produce a great outcome. The list is always very obvious. The problem is that most people don't do the things on the list. And again, I say this with complete empathy because I want you to succeed. But I know people who are in this category as well, who you can give all of the right information to, but they simply won't do it. So strength training will really help to maintain muscle mass with each passing year. It will mean that you have more physiologically active muscle, and it will improve your metabolic health and reduce the chances of the bad things happening to you. Again, there's never any guarantees. It's about improving your odds. So at the bare minimum, please do 20 minutes 3 times a week of organized muscle strengthening activities. This does not mean becoming a bodybuilder, but gentle dumbbells. Do 3 sets of 10 reps. So you could do bicep curls, you could do tricep extensions, you can do military shoulder presses. That sounds a lot more dramatic. Don't be intimidated by that. It just means sitting down and raising dumbbells. And this can start very light above your head. Doing some compound exercises with the lower extremities, squats, lunges if you're able to. If you can't, you can do other exercises, calf extensions. I mean, there's so many out there, and there's a lot of information available online as well. But the bottom line is strengthen your muscles as much as possible. Number 4, focus on your diet, particularly where I see people above a certain age falling down, is protein and antioxidants. Protein, you want at least, again, this is a minimum, 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So you can do the calculation, and this is just a minimum. Ideally, more than that, if your body can tolerate it, if there's no medical contraindications. You want to be getting that amount of protein every day from natural sources. You can totally use a protein supplement powder with a smoothie or mixed in another drink, as long as it's minimally processed. I'd advise low sugar. But have in mind to optimize protein intake every time you eat, even if it's a snack. So go for something like a Greek yogurt, which is higher in protein. The second part of diet is to maximize antioxidants. I'm a huge believer in the power of antioxidants in foods, which help to neutralize the free radicals in your body, which are produced during chemical reactions. So generally speaking, the colorful vegetables and fruits will be very high in antioxidants, my absolute favorite. Those of you who follow me regularly know what I'm about to say. I have a cup of fresh, organic, wild blueberries every single day. 1 cup of blueberries will actually contain more antioxidants than 5 whole servings of fruits and vegetables. But so many colorful vegetables and fruits out there. Be careful with fruits if you're diabetic. Red peppers would be another one. Bell peppers are fantastic. Tomatoes are great. Absolutely love tomatoes. Those of you who are in the US, don't you enjoy the way I say tomatoes? But that's the only way I know how to say it. Okay, number 5, have an awareness that you don't want to end up in a nursing home. This might sound a little bit strange, but the number 1 power of humans is the power of determination. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Nothing is more important than your own will to succeed." And I have seen the most remarkable people. I've seen them when they get admitted to hospital, unfortunately, who are just so determined to never, ever be reliant or in a nursing home. And that's probably the number 1 friend that you have, because if you're determined, you're going to do everything else right to stop you from ending up there, because that's the worst case scenario. Nobody wants it. But frequently I see people who are younger than their time, even people in their late 60s. Okay, other medical conditions might come into it, but people who are not even that old end up in nursing homes. And once you go into a nursing home, there's no, obviously, coming back from it. Usually you're not going to be independent again. So that is the goal here, to avoid the tragedy, obviously, of losing your independence. I hope you can remember those 5. Of course, there's others as well. And another big one to keep in mind, now I made the video before work. I've literally just stepped out of the hospital and another one came to mind. So I'm editing this particular segment in after I made the video, but please remember to avoid over-medication. Polypharmacy is a massive problem, especially in the over 65 age group. And so many medicines out there are sedating people, medicines for pain, medicines for nerve issues, many other categories of medicines, and also blood pressure pills. Make sure you're not being over-medicated and your blood pressure is not dropping too low, so not enough oxygen is getting to your brain. So I wanted to add in that very important point. If you're over 65, Make sure that you're not over-medicated, because that will make anybody not be their best self and deteriorate faster. Definitely don't want that. Okay, going home now. But basically what I'm trying to impart on you is to have an awareness of where things can go wrong and to raise your metabolic health as much as possible. Other things come into it, like maintaining strong bones, make sure you have adequate vitamin D intake. I've made lots of videos on these things as well. But to summarize again, number one, if you ever get admitted to hospital, do not get sinking in bed syndrome. Don't let that happen to you. Number two, focus on balance, stability, and gait exercises to reduce your chances of falling. Number three, strength training. Keep those muscles as strong as possible. Number four, maximize protein and antioxidants. And number five, have an awareness and a determination that you don't want this to happen to you. Okay, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm rooting for you all to succeed. I know a lot of you who watch this channel are really determined to do your very best. You want to do things as naturally as possible, which is the right way. You are aware that the medical industrial complex, or at least large segments of it, are a complete and utter scam. You absolutely don't want to get sucked into that. And medications and other interventions are only as a last resort. So keep going, everyone. Stay strong. I do hope that was helpful. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Check the links in the description down below for my website, all the other work I do, my health program, and our natural health and well-being store. Hit the like button if you like this video, the subscribe button for more similar videos in the future. If you enjoyed this video, you will also enjoy some of my other videos on how to naturally optimize your metabolic health so you stay well and hopefully away from the medical industrial complex. We will speak again very soon.